Oh, God, is everybody here? What are we doing? Who do I got? Who do I got? Well, let's see. I got Lynn. Hi, Lynn. Champagne, I love you. And of course, wait a minute. Oh, Mountain Myra. Oh, boy, do I have something in mind for you. White Rabbit. Oh, God, I've been chasing you forever. Oh, no. Jay-Z, welcome, Jay-Z. Yo, hey, yo to you. Welcome, I am. How's Bingo doing? Where's Bingo? Where's Bingo? Oh, yeah, you take a nap. Good, you take a dirt nap. Take a dirt nap. Welcome, Pamela. Welcome, Dame Leviathan. Where have you been? I've been looking all over for you. Master Nature, he ain't here right now. You're talking to me. Yeah, he'd probably come along in a minute, knowing that idiot. All right, what are we doing? You're like, what are we doing? All right, well, I'll tell you what we're doing. Hang on. We always have to light the candle, right? God, I'm an idiot. He always has these stupid fucking rules, doesn't he? All right, here we go. Here we go. The candle's fucking lit. What are you curious about? All right, hang on. All right, well, you say, Stanley, wait a minute. Wait, why are you opening the live? I don't understand. Well, listen, I'm here to tell you that. Listen to me. Listen. Well, you know the top 10 I did to Thanksgiving, right? Well, of course there's going to be one for, the holiday coming up at the end of December, right? And so, you know those advent calendars? You know, these idiots buy these advent calendars where they open one day, and they fucking get to Christmas and stuff like that. Well, I decided I'm going to do a top 25. It's going to be a top 25 countdown. Can you believe that? Top 25 countdown. Like one of those advent calendars that these people buy. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm starting a show. All right, here it is. All right, I know I'm your favorite. It's all right. After a hard day of chopping down small Amish people, small, I chop them down and stuff, and like they don't know how to react. They get all mad and stuff. They don't know how to react to me. But anyway, all right, here we are. All right, here we go. All right, here it is. Here's number 25 in my top 25 countdown to Xmas or some other holiday that people may, I don't know. It's Xmas. It's fucking Xmas. And, here it is. Oh, wait, dude. Oh, you missed that. All right, here we go. Hey, enough. Here it is. I hope you like this one. I hope you like it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. I hope you like that. All right. What are we doing? Hi, Saber Sleuth. And Tony. Rebellious Flower. Oh, I love you. Of course you are. Hey, by the way, the Shakers are dead. The Shakers died like 300 fucking years ago. I don't even know who they are, but they're dead. They're kind of like the Shriners. The Shriners. Fuck them. Fuck them all. Oh, you fucking prick. You fucking prick. Oh, my God. All right, Stanley. Thanks for opening the live. Yeah, it was, Stanley. You missed me. Oh, my God. Oh, we're having fun. Hey, I'm having fun. Hey, but I have to go back. Now. I can only stay down here for a little bit of time, and then I lose all my energy, see? Isn't that right? All right, guys, what are we doing? Well, good question. All right. Couple things. All right. Oh, God. Well, there's one ISP document I wanted to review with you guys. You've seen it before, but every time I go back to the ISP, new stuff catches my eyeballs. Always good to go back to the ISP document. Anyway, that's right. Remember the candle, blue or purple? Sometimes it's both. Sometimes it's blue or purple, guys. Anyway, before we begin all this and take a quick smoke break, you prick already? Yeah. I have an announcement to make. All right, guys. You ready for the announcement? Are you ready for the announcement? Well, are you? Give it to me. Give it to me. Or should we take a smoke break first? You son of a bitch. Welcome, GMW. Who else did I miss? I got Tony. And I got Saber Sleuth Tiger. Love that name. Tony the Tiger. They're great. Remember that? They're great. All right, guys. What are you taking? Oh, you're taking a smoke break? You bastard. All right. Real quick smoke break. That's the intro. All right. Quick smoke break. Announcement coming up. And then we'll get into what we're trying to do here. ISP document, I want to show you this. We've already been through it, they're all important to some degree. But this one, there's some that just stand out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Some that just kind of stand out and you wonder. It makes you wonder, right? Anyway, we know what they did. We know they dropped all their little suspects as soon as they possibly could. You know why? Because they figured, oh my God, this is going to take us fucking forever to figure this shit out. Yes, it will. Yeah. And they, remember, so I was reading through the documents again, guys. I'm like, oh yes, that's right. They formed a victimology fucking team, the Idaho State Police, right? They formed a victimology team to study the social habits of these people, of the sororities and fraternities. Yeah, they formed a victimology group amongst the ISP. Boy, that really paid off, didn't it? Oh my God. Yeah, because that's where your suspects came from. That's where they came from. What a great group they got there. Yeah. So that was completely meaningless and pointless. Yeah, that's where your suspects came from. Anyway, excuse me. Yep. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm like, yeah, they put together a victimology group. The Idaho State Police put together a little subgroup of a victimology group. You fucking dumbasses. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Hey, here are your suspects. These are your suspects right here. Okay, it doesn't get much worse than this. It doesn't go much further than this, guys. You got the Queen of Spades, you got the Joker, and you got the Jack of Hearts. And then you got a wild card in there. That's all you need. That's all you fucking need. That's all you need. 4. That's all you need, baby. That's it. That's it. That's all we got. That's all we got. And 4 is always the golden rule. Yes, it is. Anyway, quick smoke break. Then I'll show you that document. But before that, I got an announcement. Oh, my God. All right, hang on, babies. Hang on, babies. Hang on, my loves. Hang on, loves. Oh, then we got the cards. We got the Mutt, and we got Chris McDonough. We got Chris McDonough in the Mud, if you want to watch a little bit of that. I also have more that defense response to self-authenticating records we can go through. There's a lot of good shit in that. Oh, I forgot how good this shit was. Real good. So, fill up. Grab a smoke. Fasten your seatbelt. Don't let any shakers into the chat. Or, well, we can let Amish in. But I'm not so sure about the shakers. I think the shakers are dead. So if a shaker pops into the chat, well, we know something's up. Okay? All right, you fucking bastard. You fucking prick. Oh. Falling down the stairs. We can hear you, asshole.
They took my lighter. Loves. Are you ready, loves?
We're ready, asshole.
Good. All right, let's go.
Who did I miss? White Rabbit. Wait, who has a fuse for us? Shakers versus Quaker. Ah! Wait a minute. Welcome, Satire. All right. Announcement first. Well, you know how we have the Knights and Dames of the Garden Round, correct? Correct. You know it. You know it. Well, I think it's about time we added one more, don't you? I think so. If I could pull it up. Just to make sure I got it correct. Yeah, I do, actually. Are you ready? All right, this is the case. All right. But we do have another dame upon us. We do. Lads Lords, you better catch up, my friends. I don't know. But you ask, what is the Garden Round? Well, that's where we have knights and dames. They're all part of the Garden Round. And you ask, well, who is part of the Garden Round? Well, I will show you. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right. The first. Grub your nails, grub your nails, grub your nail. How do I do this? Without the grubby nail. All right, number one. Well, I'll just tell you. Number one, Sir Equinox Bob. That's number one. Remember Sir Equinox Bob Mackey? Remember? I always thought Bob Mackey. I thought it was the Bob Mackey who owned that haunted honky-tonk down there. It's not. But anyway, Sir Equinox Bob, he's number one. Who is number two? Oh, well, that was Sir Uncle Rapier, you remember? Sir Uncle Rapier. Also known as Uncle Junk. Welcome, Myla. That was number two. Who is number three? Welcome, Cluesmith. There you go. Number three, I think it was you, Dame Leviathan. You were number three. You were the first dame of the Garden Round, weren't you? Yes, you were. And then, who did we have come along? We had Dame Sophia, also known as the Mother of Wisdom. Remember? Dame Sophia. Did you forget so soon? And then that followed Dame. Guess who followed Dame Sophia? It was Dame Deb. She's the queen bee, Dame Deb. Remember? And what followed from Dame Deb, who was it? It was Dame Florencia. That's right. The artist. Florencia Angelina. Dame Florencia Angelina. She's the artist. And now we have another dame. We have another dame now in the Garden Round. Would you like to know who it is? Welcome, First Noel. Now you're just on Stanley, that's all. Hey, you don't have to get off me either, baby. Well, I hope you're a chick. I don't know. If you're a dude, get off me. Get off me, Get on me. Oh my God. Yeah, you keep laughing, asshole. That's because those Himalayan crystals you bought, they don't work. And they don't keep me at bay at all, actually. Welcome, Blue Rain. Blue Rain. Blue Rain. All right. So, the newest dame to the Knights and Dames of the Garden Round is. Now she goes by Mountain Myra, but no longer. See, when you become a dame or a knight of the Garden Round, you have to give up your name, because I give you a new one. It's called baptism by fire, my love. Baptism. Anyway, so welcome. No longer Mountain Myra. Oh, no. Your name is this. Your name is Dame Oros Anthus. That is your name. I like Oros better, so I'm going to call you Dame Oros Anthus. That is your name, Dame. Welcome, love. You like that name, I hope. What does that mean? You have to look it up. You have to look it up. You have to look it up. But no longer Mountain Myra. Oh, no. Welcome all, Dame Oros Anthus. Or Anthus, Oros, whichever you prefer, but I like Oros Anthus. Welcome, Sally Ann with the shaky hand. All right, guys. There you go, my love. A new dame, a new dame, a new day, a new dame. And dudes, lords, and lads, where are you at? We not representing, my love. But no. I hear the dudes already saying, fuck you, Master Nature. I've been here the whole fucking time, and you fucking overlook me. And fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. All right, guys. All right, here we go. I want to start with this first, dude. All right? We're going to look at this real quick. All right. I like this document a lot. Guys. Yeah, I do. Well, there's a bunch I like, but this one I like. This one happened early on in the case. All the interesting stuff happens way early on in the case, it seems. Oh, yeah, it does. All right. Yeah, definitely well-deserved. I agree. Well-deserved, Liv. Dame Liv. Laura, welcome. Very well-deserved. Always positive. Always promoting the garden. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, of course. No-brainer on this one. No-brainer. Always positive. You know, always like, you know, being a cheerleader for the garden. And, you know, yeah, definitely. Has to be a dame. Has to be a dame. Of course. You can call her the goddess of mirth, maybe. Something like that. Anyway, the garden gets rounder and fuller, doesn't it? The garden round. Rounder and fuller. And the rounder we go, the faster we get. All right. We're going to look at this document, though, before we get on to what I want to show you. Well, I want to show you this, but there's other stuff. So this is supplement number 136, my loves. 136. This happened on November 15th, 2022, 2 days after the event. And we're going to get into it. There's so many good things. Oh, so many good documents here, guys. All right, here it is, guys. You ready? Here it is. Here it is, guys. All right, here it is. Here it is, guys. All right, here we go. November 15th. So we got Idaho State Police Detective Powell. Okay, Powell, and who else was doing this? Schwecky. Mr. Schweck. So we got Powell and Schweck, right? They're doing this telephone interview with And this person provided the following information, and it was audio recorded, for sure. Okay. So, Xana and Maddie worked for approximately 2 years. Maddie was reliable and well-liked. Xana, not so much. Xana was a goddamn fucking lazy prick. No, I don't know. Right? No. Xana was, and she would, and call in sick. Huh? Yeah, how about that? She would blank and call in sick. Xana got better over the past year and was well liked. Both girls were very sweet in nature. So whoever's talking, right, the owner of the Mad Greek, I'm guessing, she did not know either girl well outside of work. Maddie ran the Instagram feed for the business. She is unaware of anything unusual happening with either girl at the business or in their personal lives. She provided us with 2 names and phone numbers of other employees who worked with Xana and Maddie, blank, and this person. In a follow-up text message with Detective Powell, she provided the name and phone number of a 3rd employee named that. On the 16th of November, 3 days after the event, Pal and I conducted a telephonic interview with this person at this fucking thing regarding his knowledge and relationships with Xana and Maddie. And he provided the following information, and we got an audio recording of this as well. Great. He was not friends with either one of these people, Xana or Maddie, outside of work. He remembers that either Xana or Maddie told him they had a stalker, but wasn't sure which one told him that. Right. This would fit, though. Let's figure this out, though, guys. This would fit with little g. When we're talking about Xana and or Maddie, and when it comes to the Mad Greek restaurant, we have to consider little g in this. Just saying. But anyway, they had a stalker. Maddie or Xana had a stalker, but wasn't sure which one of them told him that. Now listen, he was aware of that Twitch stream video taken at the food truck that showed Maddie and Kaylee together that night. It's not the night before. That night, they were killed. Again, Idaho State Police doesn't know how to write a fucking document. It's confusing, but it's the same night. His friend, blank, listen to this, guys. This one's important. Now, I don't know who this could be Joe, right? This could be Joe Vito. This could be Joe fucking Vito. I don't know. I'm just saying. His friend, Joe, I mean, look how small that redaction is, guys, right? It's somebody with 3 fucking letters, right? His friend Joe, right? Anyway, his friend blank showed him the video, and Joe was at the food truck at the same time Maddie and Kaylee, Kaylee and Maddie were, right? He was unsure of blank's last name. Joe's last name. I'm just saying it's Joe. Could be Joe. Joe told him a guy, listen to this. Joe told him a guy who walked up with Kaylee and Maddie told him he was there to help them get home. That would be Jack Showalter, right? Right. But in the video, the girls never talked with the guy. In reference to his viewing of the video, it looks like the guy recognizes there's a camera and he flips his hat around and pulls up his fucking hoodie. Yeah. Joe told him when the girls left the food truck, they got into a blue Honda or a blue sedan. He was unsure. Right? Welcome, Ashley. Now, does Eric Gower drive a blue Honda or a blue sedan? Does he? I mean, they were right there at the grub truck, right? They were right there at the grub truck, these people. So if we're talking about Joe Vito, he was right there the whole fucking time, the whole night. And they're watching them get picked up. Just saying, blue Honda or a blue sedan. He was unsure. Now, I can't remember what car Eric Gower was driving, but was it a blue Honda or a blue sedan? Was it? Okay, a blue Prius? Was he driving a blue Prius? See, this is where, so this is where I'm like, did Gower actually pick them up? Because now this is his second time. This is the second time, at least the second time we've heard that Kaylee and Maddie were not picked up. They were picked up by two other people. They were picked up by two individuals here, blank and blank. This is the second time now we're hearing discrepancies in who actually picked them up from the grub truck. The second time now. Yeah, not the first. No, this is the second one. So let's carry on. The 16th, all right, 3 days still. Pal and I conducted a telephone interview with this person. Blank at regarding her knowledge and relationships with Xana and Maddie. Okay, she provided the following information, and we got an audio recording of this. She's worked at blank since May of this year, 2022. She never worked with Maddie, but she was friends with Xana at work, but never hung out with her outside of work. So we're at the Mad Greek again. She bonded with Xana over having their first boyfriends. Let's read that again. She bonded with Xana over having their first boyfriend. What are you talking about? What are we talking about? She's worked at the Mad Greek since May of this year, 2022. She never worked with Maddie, but she was friends with Xana. Never hung outside of work. But she bonded with Xana over having their first boyfriend. The fuck? So wait a minute. Ethan is not Xana's first fucking boyfriend, is he? No. Ethan is not Xana's first fucking boyfriend. Are you kidding me? I don't know what we're talking about here, but that's what she says. Hey, remember, ISP put together a victimology group to study these fucking individuals, right? To study the social groups. Boy, they really figured this one out, didn't they? Oh my God. No, Ethan was not Xana's first fucking boyfriend. Not by a mile. Anyway, she goes to school at the fucking dumb school for the deaf, dumb, and blind children. Yeah, that's where she goes to school. Deaf, dumb, and blind. Oh my God. Oh, good Lord. Xana lived in a house, which she described as a rough environment. Oh my God. Xana lived in a house which she described as a rough environment prior to moving into her current residence. There was a lot of partying at that house. Things got better for her after she moved out. That's good to know here. We need this history, right? So Xana came from a really bad environment filled with drugs and partying. Thanks, Mama. Before she moved to the King Roadhouse. That's good to know here. In fact, that's extremely important, I feel, to know this. She came from a rough environment
Thanks, Mama, Kara. I love you so much. Hey, can I show you my dolls? I'd only take a second here.
Yeah, rough environment. Thanks, Kara Northington.
Thank you, Kara.
Right. Fuck you,
Kara.
Fuck you, Kara. Hey, you can fucking boo-hoo all you want now, and you can claim you got saved by Jesus. Fuck you. But Xana came from a rough environment before she moved into the King Road house. According to this person, you fucking... There ain't no crying in murder, baby. There ain't no crying in murder, baby. There ain't no crying in a quadruple homicide, baby. Save your fucking tears. Save it for the Lord above. You will be judged. Fuck you.
And Stanley doesn't give a fuck about you either. Stanley doesn't give a shit about judgment. Fuck you.
Anyway, let's carry on. Thanks, Stanley. She knows that Xana used this. Ha! Not one thing, but a whole blocked out redacted fucking sentence. She knows that Xana used this. Methamphetamine / cocaine / this / that. Right? Right. So, or else it would read, she knows that Xana used Adderall, period. Or it would say, she knows that Xana used coke, period. Cocaine, period. No, it's this long fucking thing. All right. She believes Xana told other co-workers she had a stalker, but didn't hear that from her personally. She heard that from this person. After Xana was killed. Gee, I wonder who she heard that from. Kernodle and another employee did not get along. Kernodle and another did not get along. Right. Didn't get along well with most staffers at the Mad Greek, but she thinks it's all work-related and nothing personal. Right.
Nothing personal, strictly business.
Fuck you. On November 18th, okay, guys, so now we're jumping again. Now we're jumping 5 days after the event, and we're still doing telephone interviews. Pal and Shwecky my Shweck. Polish my Shweck while you're at it, love. Fuck you. Where's my sandwich, you fucking brick? Hey, clean the house once in a while. All right.
Yeah, I'll clean your Shweck. But would you do a fucking chore? Why are you so fucking lazy?
All right, here we go. All right. Yeah. Hey, Dame Liv. I know Dame Liv. I know. That stalker. Everybody has a stalker. At the end of the day, right now, everybody has a fucking stalker. But however, we must consider little G, though. We have to consider little G in this thing. If what that person said about little G is true, then he was definitely stalking Maddie and Xana. That we have to consider that. Now, if you say that the person that was talking about little G made up the entire fucking thing, well, then fine. Then little G, whatever. Little G's nobody, right? But if you take into consideration what this person was saying about little G, if you think that is true, which I feel there's a lot of details there to consider that probably maybe remotely true, right? Or at least accurate to some degree, then little G would be their stalker. Absolutely, hands down. He would be their stalker. He was in their house, supposedly. Now, can you believe that accounting? I don't know, but it's very compelling. Very compelling. And that's, again, that's MPD document number 77. That's that document that we're talking about. So there you go. I love that document. That document to me is like, holy shit, you know. If you can believe what that person is saying, though. Because he's the one talking about little g. So he could be totally making the shit up. I don't understand. I would not understand why you would do that, though. You know what I mean? I would not understand why would you make up that entire thing about this person. You know what I mean? To me, that's a stretch. That's a stretch. You know, that's like you're trying to purposely get this person in trouble for no reason, and the story could easily be debunked. So I don't understand why this person would go to that sort of trouble to make up this entire story about this GM character, you know, and knowing full well that they could probably easily debunk this. So that you got to keep that in mind here, because I wouldn't do that, right? Who would do that unless this person does have knowledge, you know, that yes, this guy told me this shit. And maybe he did, right? I mean, so that's, to me, 77 is, you cannot rule that out. I mean, especially if it's true that little GM was in their fucking house. If he was already in their house and broke into it, or was in there because they kept the fucking front door unlocked or whatever, and he was already in that house and he was hiding somewhere in that house, and he even says to this person, they didn't know I was there, and I could have done whatever I wanted to, and they had no idea I was there. That's their stalker. So, yeah, there's the stalker theory is like, I don't know. But if there is a stalker here in this whole thing with Maddie, with Maddie and Xana, I would put my money on little GM. Little GM would be their stalker. Yes, indeed. Because he was already stalking them. You know. Anyway, let's carry on. Right. I call him little G because there's another G. There's another person with the similar initials in this case. But this other G is much older. He's a much older male individual. He's like in his 60s, I think, or something like. He's much older than little G is. Little G, his birth date was 2003, his birth year. That's why I call him little G, because he's 18 or 19 years old. The other G that I'm referencing, he's much older male. He's like in his 60s, this guy, or something like that. He's older. So yeah, but this older gentleman named G, he's also into knives and shit like that. So that's why I say little G, to distinguish between the two of them. Yeah, just so you know. That's why I do that. Yeah, shits himself at the fucking bar. Correct, Dame Leviathan, yes. Shits himself at the fucking bar. At the corner club. For sure. Absolutely, that's here. That's all in this. All in these documents. All in here. That's why I'm going back through them again, because, oh my God, the first time around, I'm like, okay, this is some bullshit. But now the second time I'm going back through them, I'm like, oh my fucking God. It's like, I missed a lot. I'm like, how did I not see this? The connections between different things now that are a little bit different from before. All this stuff. All of it. Unbelievable, guys. It's unbelievable. Hang on, we'll take a quick break. Splash screen, baby. We'll take a quick break. We're going to finish that document up, and then we'll move on to Act 2. Act 2, babies. Act 2, coming at you. Oh, yeah. Smoke break, drink break, whatever. Call over the barista. Give me coconut water and vodka. I don't know, whatever you want. Yeah, rough environment, baby, rough environment. All right, yeah. All right, so we're gonna skip now. There's only one more page of this one. This is supplement. This is, fuck if I can see it. Supplement 136 ISP. Yeah. All right. Quick smoke break, and we get back to it, and then we'll move on to what the second part of this thing is going to be.
Well,
Get on. All right, here we go. So we'll finish this. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. There we are, love. It's not turning colors yet, is it, love? Not yet. Oh, slightly. All right, let's go. Where are we here? So we're at the 18th. We're 5 days out, right? Pal, we got another telephone interview with this person. He's a cook at the Mad Greek. I'm sorry, she's a cook at the Mad Greek regarding her knowledge and relationships with Xana and Maddie. Let me get this off here, guys. Yeah, with Xana and Maddie. Okay, good. She provided the following info, and we got an audio recording of this, okay? She was in a relationship and living with blank blank. Also, a blank at the Mad Greek. Also, a cook, perhaps, or an employee at the Mad Greek. All right. She heard from that Xana or Maddie had a stalker, but wasn't familiar with any details. Oh, God. She knew no personal details about either one of them. All right, so much for her. On the 18th, Pal and I conducted another interview with, quote, something, okay, at the Moscow Police Department. Great. This person is that works for several local businesses, including the Mad Greek. Is that works for several local businesses, including the Mad Greek. All right. So they provided the following info, and we got an audio of that. Great. He worked as a for this person. Well, for what? He worked as a for approximately 4 to 5 years. All right. He knew Xana for 4 or more years through the Mad Greek. I don't know. Approximately 2 months prior to the homicide, he went to Xana's residence to fix a dryer for $50. A local handyman. Maybe, right? He mainly had contact with Mad Greek employees, something, I don't know, at the blank. But he did have a help with small jobs away from work. But he did have a what? An assistant, blank blank, who would help him with small jobs away from work. Right? Right. Blank took off his sweatshirt, rolled up his sleeves, and showed us his bare arms. There were no visible injuries or notable marks on his arms. Great. That's how we clear suspects, by the way, in Moscow and Idaho. Moscow police in Idaho. That's how we clear suspects. Just saying. We have them roll up their sleeves and show us our hands. Oh, they got no cuts, so therefore he's good. Yeah, we don't attempt to do any lie detector tests on anybody. We don't attempt to put any screws to anybody. We just, hey, can I see your hand? Oh, well, we don't see any cuts, so I guess you're all right. That's what they do. Just saying. He attempted to text Xana. After hearing of the homicides. Of course she didn't fucking respond. No. Okay, one more here. This is almost over, guys. So on the 22nd, right, 9 days afterwards, Pal and I conducted another telephone interview with this person. Regarding her knowledge and relationships with Xana and Maddie. She provided the following information, referenced the audio that we took. Great. She started working at the Mad Greek as of mid-July to August of 2022. She did not know Xana and Maddie very well. She did not spend time with either one of them outside of work. Great. Ah, but wait a minute. Blank is touchy. Gives her a creepy fucking vibe and asked her an inappropriate question. She said blank was at blank eating one day when a girl walked in with a low-cut shirt, and he asked her if that girl was raped. If that girl was raped, would it be her fault? Who's this person? Hey, Idaho State Police, did you ever look at this guy? No. She wondered why he would say something like that. Like that. And just thought he was a little creepy. Just a little bit. Just a little creepy. I don't know. It's great, isn't it? And that way, the case continues. Right? The case continues. There's some bullshit like that. Yeah, that was Schweck. Yeah. That was it, guys, for that. July 8th, 2025, baby. That's not when the original report was, though. So that was supplement 136. Yeah, that's a fun one, isn't it? Wonder what they did with that person. They probably didn't do anything. Who knows? I wonder if that was little G.
I wonder if that was little G.
Maybe. Could have been. Could be little G we're talking about.
Because little G would make fucking comments. I could see little G making comments like that. Because he hated girls. He hated them. Because of his mama. Remember, his mama got assaulted at one of these parties. And that's what fueled all her anger towards little G. And she would berate little G, remember? And he would take it. And then he would leave the house and walk for hours away from the house up into the college. And he wouldn't come back until the early morning hours. Remember that? That's little G for you. Oh, yes. Anyway. Yeah. So, originally this starts from November 15th. It wasn't approved, though, until February 6th. This is after the wolf. Of course, Brian Koberger is captured. And there you go. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you like that one, guys. There you go. That's just another gem. That's just another gem in all these documents. Just another gem. All right, let's carry on. Let's carry on. That's it. That's number one. Oh, I love looking at these. Oh, my God. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, what's the next one I want to show you? Well, we were talking about this before. And if I could pull it up for you. Yeah, where are we here? There's some interesting stuff on this one. But there's a couple I want to actually... There's a lot here, guys. But there's a few here that are intriguing. Yeah, actually, this is something... Yeah, see... This is something we actually should go through the whole thing here. Because it just paints a beautiful picture of how corrupt Thompson was in trying to stonewall the defense here. Paints a really nice picture. Yes, it does. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Yeah. Harbor Freight. Indian Mountain Lake surveillance and records. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll start, Floyd's Cannabis.
I think we'll start there. We'll start with Floyd's cannabis again. All right. So this is going to be more of defendant's objections to state motion in limine regarding self-authentication of records. Yeah. For sure.
Hello, welcome, Dame Florencia. Where have you been, love? Welcome, Edie.
Who else did I miss? Everybody. Yeah. Who else did I miss?
I got Clue Smith.
Yeah, you're right, Clue Smith. He didn't have any fucking cuts on his hands or arms or nothing. Nope. Nothing. Didn't have any connection to the victims at all. Oh my God. You don't think it's Little G? I mean, hey, I'm considering Little G. Welcome, Mrs. John. I can't rule out Little G, can you? Hey, I went through the MPD documents. Now I could be totally wrong, guys. I should go through them again. But I don't remember Moscow police interviewing Little G, do you? Do you remember Moscow police interviewing Little G? M? With a birth year of 2003? I don't remember reading anything in the Moscow police documents that they interviewed this character. I could be wrong, and I could have missed it. That's a good possibility. But I don't remember reading anything about Moscow interviewing this fucking character. Do you? How do you know that, Dame Deb? What did you read? Tell me. Well, tell me. Yeah, or Loach. Yeah, that's true. I think Dame Florencia, not Loach. I don't remember Loach. Man, I don't remember Loach in this either. Ugh. I need to go back over the MPD document, not the ISP documents. It would come from the MPD documents. I don't remember reading Moscow police interviewing Little G. And they should have interviewed him. They got his name. And they should have definitely interviewed him. Oh, did he? Did Loach reach out to them? Did he? Ha! Yeah, we did that. We covered that, Edie. Yeah, I know. He said, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he was sleeping in his room or not. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. He could have been. I don't know. I don't know if he was there or not. I have no idea. At first, he said, it was, we all were sleeping. And then it was like, well, I'm not sure if he was there or not. Yeah. Well, which one is it? But Moscow didn't put the screws to any of these fucking people. They didn't put the screws to anybody. They didn't. You know this. They said, you better fucking tell me. Hey, was he there or not, asshole? Or I'm going to fucking charge you with this. So you better fucking tell me what's what here. But, of course, Moscow, being the fucking ridiculous thing that they are, they didn't do any of this. No, of course not. But that's what you would do. Once you start gathering all this information and you start doing your homework, then what you do is you start bringing these fucking people back. And they didn't do that. See, they should have done their homework first. Hey, it's okay to get an initial statement. That's fine. And that's all right. But once you start seeing things are not adding up, then you got to call these fucking people back in and say, hey, what's going on here, you fucking prick? Because you told me this, and now this is what I found out, so explain your fucking self. But Moscow didn't do any of that. We know this. But again, this is not a real investigation. This is not how you investigate crime like this. Absolutely not. I was just watching a couple of homicide videos just earlier today. Last night I was watching a couple of homicide videos, just different cases, right? Watching how the homicide detectives operate, and I keep comparing it to this case, and I'm like, this is no way this is a fucking real case. There is no way. I mean, I'm watching these real good homicide detectives operate here, and they are putting the screws to these fucking people. And these people are, hey, they're young, they're old, they're fucking, it doesn't matter who they are. And that's the way you have to operate in this kind of case. Yeah, I'm watching them put the screws to people who are 18, 19, man, they're really fucking putting it to them. Because they don't give a fuck. And that's how you gotta think when it comes to this kind of case. These people are not your fucking friends. You don't know who the fuck they are. And they're most likely they're lying to you. They're lying to you. You know, even the sweet little angels, the sweet little babes in the woods, they are fucking lying to you, Moscow police. You fucking corrupt goddamn bastards. Absolutely. It's ridiculous. I've never seen a case so fucking ridiculously handled in all my. This is well, you know this, guys. I'm preaching to the choir here. I'm sorry, I'm preaching to the choir. But seriously, I purposely peruse homicide cases and watch the interviews just to make sure I got a good understanding of what they're doing. And each one I look at, I'm like, yep. They put the screws to these fucking people, man, because they're trying to solve the case. And they're not fucking around and not pussyfooting around here. And they're not giving preferential treatment to fucking people. You know, not to fucking Dylan or Bethany or other fucking characters like this. These are your number one suspects. Dylan and Bethany are your two top suspects in this case. Because they're the ones that fucking, quote, survived this. And they're going to be at the top of your list. Because in cases like this, it's usually one of these fucking people that did it. Or at least had some hand in doing this thing. Absolutely. No doubt. There's no doubt about that. So these people in fucking denial, in La La Land, you know, mainstream media land, in their fucking heads, their heads been so polluted by mainstream media that they don't want to think anymore for themselves. They don't. They don't want to think for themselves. And it's much easier to think, well, of course it's a lone wolf outsider who did this, who had mental health problems. Well, duh. But they don't want to think for themselves. And so that's what we have here. Of course, you guys know this. Again, I'm preaching to my garden, my garden, best garden in the world. You guys already know this. You guys tell me every day. You know, I know. Fuck, it's ridiculous. Well, you know it. I know it. All right, quick break. Another one. I'm sorry, guys. Quick smoke break. We're gonna move on to the second piece of this, and then we'll get on. Sorry for, hey, I have to rant because I swear to God, every homicide video that I watch involving a murder, it just, when I think about this case and I compare it to this case, it shoots my blood pressure up, you know, just even more every time I watch it, even till I watch a case. I mean, I might show you this case I was watching last night. A really good case. And, a really, really good case I should show you to highlight the extreme differences here from what this case was and what we saw in this bullshit until, to what reality is and what actual homicide detectives do. For sure. It's embarrassing. It's fucking, Idaho should be embarrassed. I'd be fucking embarrassed. Embarrassed and fucking appalled If I was a real homicide detective and I watched this shit, I'd be fucking appalled. I'd probably be calling up Idaho and be like, what the fuck are you guys doing? That's not how we investigate crimes at all. What are you doing? This case is not going to get solved in fucking, let me think about this. This case is not going to get solved in 11 days. 11 days, this case is not going to get solved. They got Kohberger supposedly 12/19/2022. That's supposedly when they got the first tip regarding fucking Brian Kohberger. 12/19. 11 days later, you're telling me that you put the pieces together and you arrested this guy. Absolutely not. No way in hell that is happening. There's no way in God's green fucking earth that you're putting together this case in 11 days with these fucking inbred fucking Idaho potatoes. Are you kidding me? This would have taken 2 years. However, they already knew. However, here's the trick of the tale. They already knew who did this shit. They already got the names. And it wasn't that hard to figure out. Why? Because the people who did it, they were sloppy as fuck. They left so much evidence behind. There was blood in other people's apartments. They were sloppy as fuck. And they tried to run away to Boise and other parts of Idaho. Once this happened, they all tried to flee from the fucking area to make it that much harder for these fucking inbred corrupt potatoes to figure out what happened. But they already fucking knew. Now, I don't know if a cop was involved or not. I don't know that. I don't know if a cop did this thing or not. I don't know. I go with the 4. The 4. Always the 4. So, on one hand, it's a paradox. They're incompetent, corrupt sons of bitches. On the other hand, I feel that they already knew who did this. Because the killers were sloppy, including Dylan Mortensen. Dylan Mortensen's the easiest one to figure out. Dylan Mortensen is your easiest suspect to figure out here in the case. She's the easiest one. Oh my God. It's so apparent that she's involved with this that you don't even have to really do much anything else. Because she doesn't know how to she lies consistently throughout all her entire interviews. She lies. She is the easiest person to figure out in this very case. She's your prime. You get her, and you got everybody else. All you have to do is stick her in a fucking jail cell. That's all they had to do. Stick her in a goddamn jail cell. She would tell you everything you wanted to know. Absolutely. Her and the fucking Hobbit. They would have told you everything they knew. If you put them in a fucking jail cell and deprived them of things, they would have sung like birds, baby. They would have sung like fucking birds. Yes, they would have. 100%. Or you say, okay, Dylan Mortensen, well, we're trying to rule out suspects. Would you mind taking a lie detector test for us? Did they even offer lie detector tests to these fucking people? No, they didn't. Absolutely not. Hey, how about this? Hey, Dylan Mortensen, hey, we want to rule you out as a suspect. Why don't we do a lie detector test? Now, yes, it's not admissible. I get it. But it's just to rule you out as a suspect. You think she would have fucking passed that? Absolutely not. She would have failed horribly. Just like Chris Watts failed horribly. She would have failed it horribly. Because she doesn't even know what story she's trying to tell. She would have failed miserably. Especially, hey, did you have anything to do with killing your friends? She says, what is she going to say to that? No. She's going to fail. She would fail that polygraph. She would have failed that polygraph in a heartbeat. In a fucking heartbeat. And I mean a heartbeat. She would have failed it in a heartbeat. For sure. And because she fails in a heartbeat, you are not ruling her out whatsoever. Absolutely not. The same with The Hobbit. The Hobbit would have failed as well. Yes, she would have. Oh, okay, Hobbit. So what were you taking picture? So Hobbit. You said your tooth was hurting that morning. On the other when you woke up, your tooth was hurting. Is that right? Fail. Oh, okay, Hobbit. How comes? How about this, Hobbit? Did you ever leave your room between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. to go to use the bathroom? No. Fail. Hobbit. Did you take any pictures that morning when you woke up? Fail. Fail and fail and fail and fail. Because there's no way they're going to be able to answer these questions without lying. Lying. Hey, Dylan. So you're telling me that you didn't leave the Hobbit's room for 8 hours to go to the bathroom? Is that true? Fail. Right? Something as simple as going to the bathroom for 8 hours. Fail. Anyway, quick break, guys. Very simple. It's very, very simple. It really is. It's fucking simple. It really is. You cannot... Listen, guys. Listen. You cannot paint yourself into a room for 8.5 hours. You can't do it. Because the logistics behind that are going to fuck you in the end. Just like going to the bathroom. It's going to fuck you in the end. You cannot paint yourself into a room for 8 hours and say you never left the room. You're fucked. You're already fucked if you're going to go with that story. Because I can ask you, well, why didn't you go to the bathroom? And so, well, and what Dylan's response to that was, well, we didn't want to deal with it. That was her response to that question on 11/17. That was her very response. We didn't want to deal with it. And then deal with what, right? Deal with what? Deal with going to the bathroom? Well, you're going to take a piss. What are you dealing with? Here's the problem, though. Because Dylan locked themselves in a room for 8 hours, she locked herself into a story that's impossible. Impossible story. You never lock yourself in a room for 8 hours, Dylan Mortensen. Are you stupid? Because you forgot the logistics behind it. Like taking a piss. And if you leave the room, here's the thing. You cannot say you leave the room to take a piss, because then the question is, well, how comes then you didn't fucking go outside? Or here's the next question. How comes you didn't go to the other parts of the house? See, Dylan Mortensen, you fucked yourself. Your story is complete dog shit. And I want you to give back all that GoFundMe money that you scammed out of people. You fucking lying wretched cunt. Yeah. You cannot have a story in which you lock yourself in a room for 8 hours. You forgot all the logistics involved with that story, my prime. Something as simple as taking a piss. Because the minute you leave that room, then you open yourself up to a myriad of questions that you would not be able to answer. Like, how comes you didn't go upstairs? How comes you didn't check? How comes you didn't go upstairs to make a sandwich in the kitchen? How comes you didn't go check on your roommates then? Because you weren't afraid, right? You were not afraid to leave your room to take a piss, right? So how comes you didn't bother to go upstairs? See, there's no way to answer these questions because it suggests, here's what it does. Because I will say to you, Dylan Morrison, because you knew exactly what was upstairs. And you're trying to pretend that you don't have any knowledge about what was happening, what was upstairs. So then you leaving your room to take a piss, you can't do it because I got you. See? And Dylan Morrison, I know what you did. And you fucked up several times here. And one of your biggest fuck ups is locking yourself in a room with Bethany the Hobbit for 8 hours. But you forgot all the logistics involved in doing that, you stupid bitch. Yeah, like taking a piss. Yeah. And when you were asked about it, your fucking response to it was because we didn't want to deal with it. Or I didn't want to deal with it. That was your response. You should be in prison. You should be in jail. You should be under the prison. You should be rotting under the root cellar with Judge Hippler, fucking Thompson, and every other fucking player in this case. That's where you should be. You cannot logistically give a story in which you lock yourself in a room for 8 hours and don't leave the room when there's no danger. There's no danger. That is the dumbest fucking story I've ever heard in my life. And believe me, we've heard them all, guys. That is the dumbest fucking story I've ever heard. The logic behind it there's no logic behind it. In fact, Dylan Mortensen and the Bethany Hobbit, they forgot the logistics about locking themselves in a bedroom for 8 hours. It doesn't work at all. It doesn't work. Not on any planet. It doesn't work. You guys know this, my garden. You know it. That was the dumbest fucking story you could possibly think of. Yeah, I locked myself in a room for 8 hours. To do what? Play with stuffed animals? To do what? That's one of the Prime's biggest mistakes in her storytelling about this case. That's one of her biggest mistakes. Biggest mistakes. She made quite a few, don't get me wrong. But that's a doozy. That's up there. The same with The Hobbit. Going along with that. That's one of their biggest mistakes here, guys. Absolutely. Hands down. No holds bar none. Fuck yeah, it is. And there's no way around it. Because the minute you leave that room, I'm going to hit you with 30 other fucking questions that you're not going to be able to answer. Absolutely not. See, they can't leave that room. See, Dylan locked them into a story that they can't get out of. Yeah, that's the problem here. Well, you know it. Absolutely, hands fucking down. So yeah. Hey, just a tidbit of just some word of advice, guys. Anybody out there wanting to commit a quadruple homicide, I hope you don't. But I'm saying, don't ever tell the police or now this is not a real investigation, but don't ever tell me that you locked yourself in a room for 8 hours and did nothing. Don't ever tell that to me. I will beat your fucking face in. I'd be so angry that somebody's sitting across the table from me giving me such a bullshit story, I probably want to pound their fucking face into the ground with such a goddamn ludicrous story. So, tidbit, a little bit of word of advice. Don't ever fucking lock yourself into that kind of story. That is, believe me, I'd fucking want to strangle you, to be honest with you, about how dumb it is. It is dumb. It's beyond dumb. It insults our intelligences. Do you understand? We are not stupid people. But it is insulting to think that this is what happened. It's insulting. It's fucking insulting and gross. That's what it is. And fucking Kohlberger should have walked by now. Kohlberger should have walked 2 years ago. Fuck hell. Fuck hell, you should have. I don't know. Hey, Ann Taylor, I don't know what you fucking did here in this thing. I don't know what you fucking did, Ann Taylor. But man, you did a number on this. You did a number here. You did a number on this. You fucking. All right, guys. Sorry, guys. Let's get on to chapter 2. You fucking prick. All right. Where are we at? Oh my God, hour and a half, guys. Good grief. All right. Fucking makes my fucking blood boil here. All right. Hey, let's have a song. Let's have a song. Guys, pick a song. Pick a song. Pick a song, you fucking mother. Oh, what's it? And now that one. Well, that's a good one, too. Don't get me wrong. That's a good one. How about this? Well, guys, you know what? We have hammers, don't we? Well, we got hammers, don't we? Yes, we do. All right. There we go. Ah, fuck off. All right. What am I looking at? The sheriff's return. What are you talking? Fuck you. All right, here it is. Oh, it's like some mystery. The sheriff's return. Oh, where are you? Where are you? I don't know. I don't know where you are. Ah, here's where we are. Interesting stuff here. All right, we're going to start with this. This is 2. So this, again, let's get into this. Oops, hang on, guys. I got to clear my camera. Hang on, guys. Hang on. It's full of spit. All right, guys, here we go. So this is what we're looking at here. All right. There's so much here, guys. But all right. So Farmers Insurance surveillance video from the 13th. Okay. The hard drive again on April 5th, 23. Oh my God. This disclosure contains 2 files. One has 641 separate videos, and the other has 175 videos. Oh my God. The state has not provided any specifics related to what it intends to rely on or use as evidence, nor a certificate that the records videos were made and kept in the course of regularly conducted business activity, so on, and practice, so on, report or record. Great. Floyd's Cannabis. Surveillance video on the 13th. Again, provided on the 4-5. Okay, the surveillance in this disclosure comes from 2 separate cameras and has multiple views. The state, once again, this is as of March 2025, the state has not provided any specifics related to what it intends to rely on or use as evidence, so on, no certificate, so on and so on. Forrest Dax, a Crypto.com. Financial records for Brian Kohlberger. This disclosure contains records that show purchase history, include the time, but not the date, account activity, and automated chats relating to account updates. Fantastic. The state has not provided any specifics related to what it intends to rely on as evidence, a no certificate, so on and so on. now listen to this, on March 13, 2025, for the first time, the state disclosed that its stupid fucking retarded Michael Douglas expert, who's also an inbred corrupt potato, intends to rely on this record in his summary. No opinion regarding these records has been disclosed. Right. Grub truck. 4.5 hours of video. Again, the state has not provided any specifics related to what it's going to use as evidence. No certificate. No nothing. Nothing at all. Harbor Freight. Yep. Most of the purchase receipts belong to people other than Mr. Koberger. The state has again not provided any specifics related to what it intends to rely on or use as evidence. So on and so on. Idaho Central Credit Union. We got bank records from Matty Mogan. Hard drive again. The state has not provided any specifics related to what it intends to rely on in terms of evidence. No certificate. Blah, blah, blah. Same old story. Indian Mountain Lake. Surveillance and records. This disclosure does not contain video surveillance. No, it does contain records of entry and a visitor's log. The time frame exceeds the date Mr. Koberger was arrested. The state has not provided anything, again, of no evidence, what they're going to use, no certificate, no nothing. Joanne Fabrics. Same thing. Yeah, on and on. Latell County Sheriff's Office Deputy Darren Duke body camera video on August 21st, 2022. This disclosure cannot be presented by the state of Idaho pursuant to IRE 803A, 2, and B. This is not a business record. I don't know. Latell County Sheriff's Office citation, also issued on the same day, cannot be presented. Okay, this is not a business record. Marshall's financial records for Koberger. Yeah, so file 269, this disclosure contains Marshall's receipts. 350 contains a variety of documents that include police reports, photos, interview, handwritten notes, consent forms, victimology questionnaires, receipts, copies of messages, and other documents, most of which are not related to Mr. Koberger. The state has not supplied a certification of any record within this fucking file. 6861 contains a single-page document listing purchases from multiple businesses. This file contains nothing to identify what it is or what it's about. No certification accompanies this document stating who generated this document or who it fucking relates to. The state has not provided any specifics related to what it intends to rely on or use as evidence. No certificate. So on and so on. Yeah. National Weather Service. Remember this shit. National Weather Service records for the 12th and 13th. The state has not provided certification in compliance with case law and rule. Remember Detective Payne's little weather experiments, which we proved to be false? He's a bulbous fucking walking, bulbous fucking head, little midget, okay, with FSA, okay? He's a little walking midget with a bulbous fucking head that weighs about 35 pounds, and the rest of his body weighs about 60. No wonder he drags his knuckles. Anyway, excuse me. Yeah, and he's not a real detective either. And he never was. He was never a real homicide detective. And it's a fucking joke that they put this little squirrel on this fucking case like this. It's a fucking joke. Anyway, let's go. Numerica Bank records for Kaylee. The hard drive contains account information produced pursuant to a search warrant. 258 file contains a sheet with sign information. 828 contains information produced pursuant to a search warrant. And 849 contains multiple files of unrelated documents, as well as a duplicate of file 828. Only one file has purported certification. The state has not provided any specifics related to what it intends to rely on or uses evidence. no certificate, so on and so on and so on. PayPal, Venmo, financial records, 793. 215, this disclosure contains Venmo record for Kohlberger. This record does not have any sort of compliance with case law or statute. 260, this disclosure contains records for Synchrony Bank for Kohlberger's PayPal account. The state has included a purported certification. These records is included. All right, fine. That's one out of like 7,000. 793, this disclosure contains records from PayPal. These records are different from those contained within from the file 260. The state has not supplied certification. So here's what they're trying to do, guys. They're trying to cram in all these different things into one category. And they're saying, in this particular instance, they're saying, well, we got a certification for this thing, but we're trying to cram in this other stuff that is not certified. Yeah. Nope. PNC records of Kohlberger. This record contains Kohlberger's account information with transactions from June 2022. Great. The state has not provided any specifics related to what intends to rely on to use as evidence, so on and so on. Penn teledata records. This is information from MK and MAK. MK Ultra. And might as well throw that in there too. 866 contains copies of the same info. This, again, the state doesn't provide what they're going to use. No certificate. Pennsylvania State Credit Union. So on. A purported certification is included. However, it lists disclosure of 23 pages. The state provided 26 pages and an Excel spreadsheet. Can't do it. MK and MAK. Mary Kohlberger and Mary Ann Kohlberger. Kohlberger's family members. Right. There's no certification for these records. No specifics related to what it intends to rely on or use as evidence. Petco. Same thing. Rite Aid. Unbelievable. Ross Financial. Sunset Mart, right? Remember the Sunset Mart? Yeah, we remember the Sunset Mart. So again, okay, all right. This disclosure contains surveillance video from several cameras. There are 11 separate folders containing subfolders of footage. The recordings provide hours and hours of surveillance footage. The state has not provided any specifics related to what it intends to rely on in terms of evidence. There's no certificate that the records or videos were made, where was made. Okay, fuck you, and kept in the course of a regularly conducted business, and if it was the regular practice of that business to make the report or record. Great. Sunset Mart again. This is in Pullman. Same day. Same shit. Same thing. Target. 51 pages of receipts from Target, guys. 51 pages of receipts from Target. And the state has not provided certification for any of them. Now, remember, the state dropped a lot of this shit because well, of course, Thompson got caught and realized, duh. And remember, if Kohlberger had a robust defense team, they would have destroyed these fucking ingrown, these fucking inbred fucking Idaho potatoes. They would have been destroyed for this shit. This is absolute bullshit here. This is ridiculous. This is exactly what fucking Bill Thompson, this is exactly how he practices law out in Moscow for the past 30 years. This is what he's been doing to people. He's been putting together sham cases and hoping that they plea. That's exactly what Bill Thompson has been doing for the past 30 years to build up his career. He puts together bullshit cases, right? Just like this, where we're going to gather all this information. We're not going to certify it. We're not going to follow law to do this. And we're going to throw it on your desk and say, here you go. This is what we have. And knowing that these people don't have money and knowing that these people are not wealthy, they're going to plea bargain. They're going to take a plea. But this is a fucking farce. Thompson, I hope you're watching this fucking video. You're a farce and a joke. You're not a real fucking prosecutor. You're a fucking garbage joke. You've been doing this. You've been feeding off these people for 30 years. You've been pulling this shit. This is your most high profile case, and it shows just how fucking wretched and disorganized and pathetic and corrupt you really are. You've been doing this shit your entire fucking career. And your main goal in your entire career is getting people to plea bargain. Because this is not a real case. This is not how we build a case. This is not what we do. This is a joke. It's a fucking sick, fucking inbred, Idaho fucking rotten, green, fucking falling apart, disgusting shit in your goddamn white, rotting fucking beard. That's what it is. You are a disgusting joke, Bill Thompson, for trying to pull this shit. And we're talking almost 3 years after, we're talking almost, let me think about this. Almost 2.5 years after they arrested Brian Kohlberger, this fucking evil, fucking rotten, corrupt, cock-sucking bastard was pulling these games. Think about it. He's made his career off of sucking the blood off these fucking people who are not wealthy. They don't have money to defend themselves. They're not Karen Reed here. See, Thompson's not stupid. He's not going to go up against the Karen Reed type. He will lose immediately. See, he's a coward. Bill Thompson is a coward, first and foremost. That's what he is. And so he is never going to go against somebody like Karen Reed, who is backed by a lot of people and has a lot of money behind them. He will never challenge that. He will lose immediately, and he knows it. He is the worst kind of coward. He is the worst coward because he hides behind a law degree, and he is the worst coward. Fuck you, Thompson. You need to be rotten in a goddamn root cellar alongside your pal, fucking Judge Hitler, with silver stakes in your fucking heart. For real, you corrupt bastards, for what you played here. And it goes on and on. TikTok, Xana's TikTok history. No certificate, no evidence. What are we going to do? TikTok, TJX financials for Dylan Mortensen. Single record of purchase by Dylan Mortensen on October 18th. I wonder what that is. T-Mobile phone records for Kaylee and Dylan Mortensen. From the time period of June 23rd to August 1st. No specifics. Nothing. Another bank records for Dylan. Yeah, we need those. This disclosure contains Dylan Mortensen banking records. This disclosure also contains records produced from another financial institution for Maddie Mogan. Additionally, this disclosure contains a copy of a grand jury subpoena and a letter of instruction. The state has not provided any specifics related to what it intends to rely on with this fucking thing. No evidence or uses evidence, nor a certificate, so on and so on and so on. Under Armour transaction for Kohlberger, same thing. Chef store, same thing. Video surveillance, a video 25 minutes long? No idea. Alta financial records for Kaylee, Maddie, and a person identified only by a member ID number? Who is this person? Hey, Bill Thompson, who the fuck is this? This disclosure contains purchase records for Kaylee, Maddie, and a person identified only as a member by ID number. Yeah, it's all thrown in here. It's like making a really horrible stew. We'll just throw everything in one fucking pot and see what comes out after 6.5 fucking hours. Ridiculous. No, it's not gumbo. Gumbo actually tastes pretty good if you know what you're doing. Just say. Verizon phone records for Ethan, Bethany, and Jack Decor. Well, lovely. Okay. 303 file. This disclosure contains records for Ethan and Bethany. There are no records for Jack Decor in this disclosure. And, of course, they ain't providing specifics, what they intend to use for evidence, no certificate, so on and so on, so on. Yeah, what a great. Walmart surveillance of Kohlberger. Purchase history. Surveillance from Walmart. In this particular folder, there are multiple cameras and surveillance videos. These would not open and were provided in a converted format. Right? Not every video from this folder was provided in the converted format. So we're giving videos that are encoded in a different format. Isn't this... Hey, Bill Thompson, aren't you proud of what you've done here? I hope you're fucking proud of what you did here, you fucking rotten, corrupt son of a bitch. You are a disgusting man. You are disgusting. You are the lowest form of man. You are the lowest. You are going to shove all this shit on people. Fucking bullshit here. It goes on and on and on. Fuck. On and on. Wells Fargo, same thing. More records from Dylan and from her bank. Grand jury packet and letter. These records are not the same in the record as contained in 155. Totally different. Wells Fargo from Maddie Mogan. They are the same records contained in 155 and 261, but we created a different file for it. Same fucking thing, though. On and on, guys. On and on and on and fucking on. Unbelievable. Winco financial records and video surveillance for Bethany, Dylan, Kaylee, Maddie, and Xana. This disclosure, this is 860. This disclosure contains transactions for those listed above. The purported certification reads Winco food receipts only. This disclosure contains surveillance video from several cameras at the Winco. The state has not provided any specifics related to what it intends to rely on or use as evidence. No certificate, no nothing. Washington State video surveillance for the 13th. Washington State University video surveillance for November 13th. I'm glad we kept that. Right. Drive. This disclosure contains surveillance video from a variety of cameras and multiple separate videos of surveillance footage at Washington State. The state has, again, nothing. Parking records. I'm glad they kept the surveillance videos from November 13th of Washington State. Amazing how that works. I wonder how long they keep those for. Yeah, weird. Washington State parking records. Wow. And guys, it just goes on and on. Now we're gonna finish it with this one and we'll move on. But okay, 430. Okay, this disclosure contains a huge amount of data covering the University of Idaho and Washington State University parking permits, tickets, searches for vehicles through different entities, vehicle spreadsheets, specific files seeking 2011-2013 Elantra, and 2019-22 Nissan Sentra. A Nissan Sentra and an Elantra from 2011 to 2013. Not the suspect's car. Not Brian Kohlberger's car. No. Not that at all. Nissan Sentra, baby. There are 2 Washington State University related folders. One contains some of the same info as File 375 and another 8394, but also contains added information. The second Washington State University related file contains spreadsheets for various vehicles queried through traffic tickets. The state has not provided any specifics related to this or evidence that they're going to use, nor a certificate, so on and so on and so on. Interesting one here, though, guys, isn't it? 430. Vehicle spreadsheets, right? Specific files seeking 2011 to 2013 Hyundai Elantras and 2019 to 2022 Nissan Sentras. You mean your suspects? You mean your real fucking suspects? Is that what you're talking about here? I think so. Because why else would you be giving this? I don't know. But they did. Hey, you remember those alternate perpetrators? Remember when it said in there that Brian Kohlberger did not make these people up, that the state produced these people themselves? Gee, I wonder why. I wonder how they came to that conclusion, guys. I don't know. Just a hunch. I don't know. Anyway, that's Chapter 2. I hope you like that. We have to wrap it up soon, don't we? Chapter 3 will be our end. I love you. Let's carry on. Smoke break, guys. Smoke break. Let's go. Smoke it. That's right, babies. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah. But remember, in the alternate perpetrator documents, it states in there, Mr. Kohlberger, he's not the one who produced these. It was the state who produced these alternate suspects, not Kohlberger. No. And it's true. The state did produce them. And they are your alternates. And they are your suspects. Absolutely, hands down. Absolutely. Number 1, why? They had proximity to the crime. They had proximity to the house. They live right there. That's number 1. Okay. Yeah. Number 2, they were looking for completely different cars. Not Kohlberger's. That's number 2. They found DNA blood evidence at the crime scene that matched Brian Kohlberger's. They found multiple sources of other DNA that did not match Kohlberger's at the crime scene. They found blood in other places, not in Kohlberger's apartment, not at his house in Pennsylvania. They found blood in other people's apartments. And they fucked that. They screwed the pooch on that. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's 4 good reasons. They knew the victims. How about this one? They knew the victims. They knew the victims. How about this one? They knew the layout of the house. Or how about this one? They knew the code to get into the house. There, that's number 6. Yeah. They were jealous of them. That's number 7. They were so jealous. In fact, this psychotic person living in the house, Dylan Mortensen, yeah, she flipped. Yeah, and she had her associates, along with herself, do this thing. And maybe it all started. I don't know, guys. It would have had to take a few weeks to plan this out. It would have had to take a few weeks to plan this whole thing out here. Now, I don't know if she was being bullied on Halloween. She may have been. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do you think the Prime was bullied? Do you think she was bullied there and on Halloween? Do you think she was bullied? I mean, you could say she was bullied. But still, it's not a justification to murder 4 people. I'm just saying there could have been some bullying going on. And that picture with her laying down where they're giving her milk, where she looks like she's crying like a baby in that blue wig, like a Smurf. Remember, she's dressed up like Smurfette or some shit. Like a fucking he-she Smurfette. Now picture that guy. Picture a he-she Smurfette. And then you want to wash your eyes out with garlic and fucking holy water. All right? That's... we're taking a smoke break now, okay? the he-she Smurfette, and you see the picture, and you got to wash your eyes out with garlic and holy water. you fucking prick. You fucking prick. All right, quick smoke break, guys. Quick smoke break, guys. Now, what color are we talking about here? I don't know. Sometimes it's blue. Sometimes it's purple, guys. Indigo, baby. It's indigo, baby. It's indigo. She's my bed.
Oh, you fucking prick. You're a fucking prick.
All right, guys. Let's wrap it up. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Fucking exasperating. It's exasperating, guys. Really is. Well, you've been dealing with this. You've been dealing with it a long time, my loves. And I seriously want Dylan to take a lie detector test and pass it, or she has to give back all that fucking money she scammed out of people. That really boils my fucking blood. Anyway, let's carry on. Boils my fucking rotten blood. Scamming. Fucking scam. Murderer and a fucking scam artist. Scam artist. Fucking scam artist. Yes, she is. She's a scammer. All right, guys. All right. You know what we haven't heard? We haven't, I don't know. She did. She fucking did. Yeah, she fucking did.
I don't know. Do we want to do the cards? We should save the cards, guys. Let's see. They get pissed off. They get pissed off at me. Like, God. Oh, my God. All right. We'll do the cards. One question. One. Just one, though. Because seriously, they get pissed off. They're like, God. You ask the questions, they'll give you the same goddamn answers. And like, all right, cards. All right, we'll get to the cards. Get to the cards. I'm trying to find something here though for you. All right, hang on. Hang on. Fucking hell. Huh. Interesting, musical cherubs. I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, where's Quinn? Yeah. No, it wasn't a dream, I am. It was, no, I do got them. I haven't busted them out yet. Have not busted them out yet. I do have them, you're correct. Good memory. Good memory on that. Absolutely good memory. No, I got them. I'm also working on my own shit. Actually, yeah, my other spirit master, we're trying to work on our own deck, actually. We're trying to come up with our own deck, actually. Believe it or not, we are. And I think you might like them. I think you might like them. Oh. All right, guys, I'm trying to find this. I can't think of it. Fucking hell. That's what happens when you get old. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck. Yeah. Ah, God. Oh yeah, how about this one, guys? You'll like this one, guys. You'll like this. This was an oldie but a goodie, love. You're gonna love this guy. I know. It's a little corny, but you like it.
Hi, we're the Sheltons. And a little thing.
It doesn't have. Listen, you know what bothers me about this video? It doesn't have Robert. It doesn't have Robert Fripp in it. It doesn't have Fripp in it. That bothers me. It doesn't. It bothers me. But whatever, guys. It doesn't have Fripp in it. It doesn't have Fripp in it. And then we'll get on. We're gonna ask one question of the cards. All right, one question. But here. All right, guys, there you go, love.
With the new Peloton cross-training bike.
All right.
Ride stronger.
Hope you like that. David Jones, baby, David Jones. All right. All right, Mr. David Jones. Mr. David Jones. Black Star, baby. Black Star, baby. All right, you want the cards? You got the cards. Here we go. All right, you got the cards? You want the card. Tis true, White Rabbit. He's just, he's the star man. He's back to the stars. All right. He's a man who fell to earth, remember.
I love that line. No, listen. I love that line in that song, in Fashion, where he says, you know, people from good homes are talking this year. I love that line. And you're going to tell me why I like that line. Because you're psychic, Stu. I love that line. Every time I hear that line, I laugh. Anyway, that's for another day. That's for another day. And I missed everything in the chat, of course. You saw him live, Ellie. How was that? How was that? That must have been good. How was that? Fascicia. Scary monsters and super creeps. Oh, wow. Yeah, welcome, Charisma. Of course. Welcome. Good point, Charisma. Yes, indeed. Yeah, imagine it was, man. That must have been something. I'll tell you what. Ooh, I can imagine. It must have been something. I'll tell you what. Man, you saw all the good people, didn't you? Yes, you did. You saw all the fucking good people. Man. Tickets got stolen. David and the Who. Oh, my goodness. I saw the Who. Oh, Serious Moonlight. Yeah, I would love to see the Ziggy Stardust. Like, I would love to see him do Ziggy. Oh my God. Or be Ziggy, you know. Oh my God. But yeah, I understand. Oh my God. Doing Ziggy? Oh my God. Holy shit. Serious Moonlight was like 83 or something. I think Serious Moonlight, yeah, that was around 83 or some shit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, he got into the 80s, you know, he got into the 80s trend that every other artist got into. You know, every artist entering the 80s got into the same fucking trend. You know, with the synthesizers and the electronics and you know, every major band then got into that shit. You know, the Stones got into it hardcore. They turned electronic almost, and Jethro Tull, the same fucking thing. All the major, you know, rock acts, once they hit the 80s, they all did the same shit. They all turned into the same fucking thing. Except for a few, but most of them turned into the same fucking thing. They did. Yeah. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Anyway. Yes, they did. I did see The Who, though. I didn't see The Who with Keith Moon, unfortunately. Oh, my God. But no, I saw The Who. The first time I saw The Who, they were doing their Quadrophenia tour. They were doing their Quadrophenia tour, the full Quadrophenia tour, the full Quadrophenia. They did it when it first came out, but it didn't work. But then Pete Townsend decided to revamp Quadrophenia, and I think they did that in like 80. Let me think about this. When did that come out? They did the Quadrophenia stuff, like 95 or some shit, 96, was it around there? Maybe a little bit after that. But that's when they did, remember, The Who did their first, the Townsend did the first full-fledged Quadrophenia tour with Gary Glitter. Remember Gary Glitter? Yeah, he was part of that fucking tour. Remember that? That was The Who's Quadrophenia. That's the first time I saw the fucking Who. Well, with Gary remember Gary Glitter? That fucking perv? Well, he was a part of that fucking tour. Yes, he was. He played a character. I forget which character he played in that, but he was in that tour. Yeah, I'm a little old. But that was the first time I saw The Who, though, when they're doing their Quadrophenia shit. And that, I'll tell you what, that was oh my God, that tour, that was amazing show, and what was amazing about it is that it really expanded. It expanded the concept of quadrophenia. And then, like, after seeing that show, I'm like, okay, I understand the album now more. You know what I mean? That's what that show did for me. It expanded my idea of, okay, what is quadrophenia? But then I understood. Then I understood what Pete Townsend was trying to fucking do with it. You know what I mean? The album doesn't really... If you listen to quadrophenia itself with no other context, it's like, you kind of get it. But when we saw the show, then you really understood, I think, what Townsend was really trying to do there with that album. Really trying to highlight the 4 different personalities of everybody. Not schizophrenia. It's not schizophrenia. It's quadrophrenia. That was what Townsend was going for. And now it gets a little muddled, okay, with multiple personality disorder. But he was trying to say this is quadrophrenic. I'm quadrophrenic. I'm not cut in 2. I'm cut into 4 different pieces here. Yeah, he gets a little muddled there with the multiple personalities, but still, that was what he was trying to get at there with quadrophrenic. I'm not schizophrenic. I'm quadrophrenic. That's the whole theme behind quadrophenia. Anyway, let's get on to the cause, love. You don't want to know that. Quadrophrenic. And at the very end of that show, the very last line of that show is, I'm 4 into 1. That's the last line of the show, baby. This channel, if you follow this channel, you know what I mean. I'm 4 into 1. Right? Quadrophrenic. That's where that comes from. My loves, lads, lolls, and dudes. It comes from the last line of the Quadrophenia tour. I'm 4 into 1, which means now I'm integrated. I've integrated all the separate aspects of myself into one whole thing. Quadrophrenic. 4 into 1. Or 4 quadrants, 4 runes, right? 4 symbols. And I might have 4 spirit guides, too, to go along with it. Just saying. Anyway, you wanted the cards. So, we're going to ask one question of the cards, my dears. One question. 4 into 1. 4 is the golden rule in this case. Anyway, what is the question? Wait, before we ask our one question, what are the rules? What are the rules of the cards? The cards have rules. Cards have rules. 4 is the golden rule. I'm not schizophrenic. I'm quadrophrenic. Welcome, Bianca, love.
Where you been, love? Hey, I've been looking all over for you. I think you're hanging out, or you know what, Bianca? I think you're hanging out down the wrong alleyways here. I don't know. I think you're hanging around some weird gaslit, Parisian fucking like corner alleyways. I don't know about you. I think you should get. I think you're hanging around the wrong alleyway, love. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to poach you. I guess I need to poach you or something. I don't know. Like an egg. I should poach you like an egg. And then I like look at you and I'm like, oh my God, that is the most beautiful poached egg I ever saw in my life. And then I have to decide what I'm gonna do with it. Do I eat the poached egg, or do I just like put it in a glass sort of case and just admire it? When I get up, do I just admire the poached egg sitting in my glass case? I don't know. What do you think I should do? I don't know.
Anyway, all right, Stanley, that's enough. That's enough, Stanley. That's enough, Stanley. Oh my God, Jesus. Sorry, Bianca. He sometimes he doesn't have any manners. I'm just saying. All right. You're like, gee, thanks. Just what I asked for. All right. That's what I always wanted to be, a poached egg behind a glass. Okay. All right, guys. What are the rules? don't even get started on the holidays. Don't even fucking go there. Don't even fucking go with the holidays. It's gonna fuck you. Oh my God. Hollandaise sauce. Oh my good grief. Lynn, come on now, Lynn. It better be thick, baby. It better be. Now stop it. Excuse me. All right. Anyway, all right. What are the rules? There are 3 rules to the cards. What are they? Bad. You Trixie's. I'll tell you Trixie are bad. Oh my God. Tyrone line. Oh my God. Where were you in 1907? Oh my Lord. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Yeah, you know what I had to do for that shit? Oh my God. Oh, well, you don't even want to know what Tyrone had to do for that. Oh my God. I'm telling you. Well, you know about the rainbow living. Anyway. That's right. Number 1. Questions have to be specific. That is true. Yeah, we need specific questions. That is number 1. Well, what do you want me to do, White Rabbit? Hey, look, Tyrone been dead for what? I don't know. Well, anyway, you don't want to know that. But look, back in my day, oh my God, it was feast or famine, baby. Baby, hey, listen, White Rabbit. Back in my day, it was feast or famine. Okay, and most of the time it was fucking famine. All right, I'm just saying. We're talking the black fucking plague. All right, baby. We're not just talking famine. We're talking black plague and fucking well, bruised hands. Okay, baby. Hey, it ain't midnight yet, baby. All right. Why are you laughing, Master Ninja? It ain't fucking funny. I had a hard life. Tyrone had a hard fucking life with the bubonic plague and fucking bruised hands. All right, baby. Yeah, you think I've been lonely? Jesus Christ. Why do you think the Smiley Hop torments me every day up here in the fucking spirit room? He torments me every day. He knows I've been through the plague and bruised hands and shit. Oh, fuck. All right, guys, come on. Thanks, Tyrone. Thank you. Any fucking time, asshole. I'll call you fucking boss. What's his name? Is his name, what's his name? Eric? No, what's his name? Tony? No, not Tony. Steve? Joe? His name's Rissa. What the fuck kind of name is that? Oh my God. I'd fucking quit right there. Wait, your name's Rissa? What the fuck kind of name is that? What the fuck? Hi, my name's Rissa. Can you do this for me? No, that's not a real fucking name. Okay, fuck you. What kind of name is Rissa? Oh my God. No, I'd be like, no, I ain't doing what you asked me. You got a weird fucking name. Get a real fucking name and then I may do something for you. You fucking prick. I'm sorry for your parents. They don't know how to fucking name you. I mean, your parents must be fucking retarded. I mean, what did they do? They woke up one morning like, yeah, we're gonna name him fucking Risa. What the fuck? That's not even a real fucking word. Let's name our kid a non-real word. Okay. All right, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. No, I'll call your fucking boss. I don't care. What's his phone? I'll fucking call him. Give me his fucking number. I'll fucking call him. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I really don't. Honestly. I don't like people who think they're intimidating and who want to cause fear. Fuck them. You know what? Because I give it right fucking back to them. I give it right fucking back to them. And guess what? It comes even worse. That's what I do. See? Stanley. The twink they called me. But I give it back to them even worse. Because they want to try to induce fear. See? And I know what they're trying to do. So you know what I do? I give it right fucking back to them. Even worse. Like 3 times as bad as they try to give it to me. Guess why? Because then I try to teach them a fucking lesson. Sometimes they learn the lesson. Sometimes they don't fucking learn the lesson. But I'll still fucking keep giving it back to them. In the hopes that they don't repeat the same mistake again. I don't care. I really don't. Because there's nobody on this earth that is going to make me feel that way. Or try to make me feel that way. Because guess what? I will cut your fucking head off. You have no power over me whatsoever. I have the power. See? Not you. And that's the way it is. And that's the way it should be. For you and me. See? Nobody has that power. So, if you're going to try to induce something in me that I do not like, well, guess what? I am going to fucking cut your throat. Because you have no right to do that to me. And if you're going to do that to me, well, guess what? I have a right to come at you with fucking all my weapons at my disposal, my friend. That's the way I think. Fuck yeah. So fuck you. And fuck you, Raza. Or whatever the fuck your name is. That's my mentality. See? If you're going to try to induce fear, right? Or you're going to try to play games like that, well, guess what? I have a nice fucking tool shed out here, and I will fucking use it. And I have no qualms about it either. Because it's you. You're the one trying to do this thing, not me. You're the one causing the action. And if you're going to cause the action, well, guess what? Then I'm going to finish it. I'm going to finish your action, and you're not going to like it. Believe me. You ain't going to like it. And if you don't learn from it, guess what? I'll still keep trying to fucking make you learn that lesson. Yes, I will. Because you're the one that started the action. Not me. Not me. And so you better think twice. Because I'm going to come at you with everything I fucking have. Everything in my arsenal. Because I don't give a fuck at that point about you. Because you're the one that's trying to create this thing. Not me. Not me. Yeah, I hope we get that clear. So fuck your boss. Fuck your boss. Clean and plain. Fuck him or her or who the fuck he is. Nobody has the power to do that. Nobody. They may try. Don't get me wrong. They will try. But then we cut their head clean fuck off their shoulders. And they will learn a goddamn lesson. Believe me. One way or another, they will learn. Fuck yeah. And that is Stanley. That is Stanley. That is Stanley 101, baby. Anyway, Stanley was very successful in his life. Let me just say that. Sorry, guys. Let's get on with the cop. Sorry. Woo, that took a left turn. Jeez. Nothing like threatening murder against people. No, I was not threatening murder against anybody. But I'm serious, though. I'm dead serious about this. There are influences that we have, right? That we have to deal with fucking certain influences in our lives, right? And some of these influences are good and some are not good, right? And some of these bad influences, they want to impinge and impose their own nonsense and bullshit upon you, right? Or me. But the minute they fucking do that, and I know they're fucking doing it, this is what I do. I cut their fucking throats. Because you're not going to do that to me. And I know what you're doing, and it's not going to work. Because you're a fucking rotten apple or what the fuck you are. I don't care. It's none of my concern. Why? I just know what is. You can take your why and shove it up your goddamn fucking ass. And that ain't my business. All I know is what you are trying to do to me. See? And I don't care if you were come from fucked up parents. I don't give a fuck. You stepped off the boat. I don't fucking care. But you're trying to impose something upon me, and I'm not having it. I don't care what your fucking excuse is. I don't care what your goddamn reasoning is. I don't care. You are trying to perpetuate an action. And that action is going to have consequences. Whether you like it or you fucking don't. You're the one causing it, not me. See? And I'm going to fucking cut your throat. Metaphorically or physically. I don't know. Depends on what you try to do to me. You know? It may be metaphor. It may not be a fucking metaphor. It may not. Depends on what you're trying to do. See? Absolutely. So, you know it, my garden. And that's Stanley. That is Stanley. Well, Stanley, you know who Stanley is. So you know who Stanley is. You know who he is. Anyway, let's get to the cards. Sorry, I didn't want to take it. But yeah, I'll call your boss for you. For sure. Just email me his number. I'll fucking call him. I have no problem with that. No problem whatsoever. Just email me. Hey, if you want me to take care of a problem, just fucking email me. I have no problem taking care of trying to help people solve problems. Believe me, I have no fucking problem with it. What are they gonna fucking do? What are they gonna do to me? Nothing. They ain't gonna do a fucking thing to me. They ain't gonna do a fucking thing. Absolutely not. I'm still here. And I'll still be here. I don't give a fuck about it at all. Because I know what these fucking people do. I know what they have in common. And I will cut their fucking throats. Metaphorically, maybe. I have no problem. The Shakers are dead. The Shakers are dead. Anyway, let's get to the cards. God, enough of this. We got 2 rules to go. The first rule is we have to ask specific questions. That's 1. And what's number 2? Number 2. Number 2.
Number 2. Number fucking 2. What is number 2? There is no money to be made. That is correct, Ellie. Love. That is number 2. Oh, just let me know, TJ. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Just let me know. I have no problem. Sometimes I really like it, actually. Well, you know I do. I love the action. I like the action. I know it's a whirlwind, baby. It's a whirlwind, Edie. Love you, Dame Sophia. Wisdom, great mother.
All right, the third one is our intentions have to be good, right? That's the third one. Our intentions have to be good in what we're asking. That's all. That's the last one. So, the 3 rules of robotics. No, of the cause, right? 1, specific questions. 2, there is no money to be made here. And number 3, our intentions have to be good in what we're asking. That's all. That's all. That's all it is. That's all it is. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. Oof. Still blue. Still blue.
The Shakers. Hey, they made good pottery. Don't get me wrong. The Shakers, they made some really, really nice pottery. Nice ceramics. Ceramics. Let me scratch that. They made some really nice stoneware. Stoneware. The Shakers made some really nice stoneware, baby. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yeah, they did. Actually, really nice stuff. If you can find it.
Anyway, we're going to take a quick smoke break, guys, and then we're going to ask one question of the cards, and then we're going to bid goodnight. I love you. One quick smoke break, love. I got to call up this prick Razy, or Raisman, or Razzie, or fucking Harazzi, or fucking Rainbow, or fucking whatever the fucking fake name is. I don't know who he is. Razzie. I'll call him, Raspberry. I'll call him Raspberry. How's that? Hey, Raspberry, what's your fucking problem, man? I don't know. This fucking cunt. Fuck you. I don't know what you're saying about cut your throat. Anyway, no. Excuse me. No, we're not threatening anybody. Metaphorically. It's all metaphor, guys. It's all metaphor. Maybe. It might be all metaphor. Could be all metaphor. All right. Well, anyway, we're taking a smoke. That is not a metaphor. That is actual. That's an actual thing. Taking a smoke break. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Okay, Razzie. All right.
What are you smoking off, asshole? Fucking hell with you. Fucking you smoke all the fucking time. What's wrong with you? Oh my god. You're like I don't know what you are.
All right, guys. Thank you, English Stanley, for that vote of confidence.
Well, you are. You're kind of like, well, you're like rubbish, actually.
All right. All right, thank you. All right. Here we go. One question for the cards. Act 3. And then we have to go. This went way too long. Anyway, no, it's good. It's all good. So what is the question, guys? What is the question? Remember, Horas Anthus Dame. Pass the duchy. What is the question, love? Oh, wait, do we have to... Wait a minute. Hey, guys, hang on. Sorry. Fuck them, man. Fuck these people, man. Fuck 'em. hate people like that. Fuck them. Fuck them all.
Isn't this where we came in?
All right, guys. Act 3.
Boy.
All right. Sorry, guys. Thank you. Let's go.
That's right. Fuck you. That's the response. Fuck you. You ain't gonna fucking do this to me. Fuck you. Who are you? Right? Who are you? You are nobody. See? You're just like me. Well, unless you're Ashley.
Anyway, excuse me. All right. What is the question? Stanley, you hear that? A ringtone?
Well, yeah, it's obvious. It's obvious I get a ringtone, of course. Oh, Masternature, you're really fucking stupid. You really are. Of course I get a ringtone. Oh my god. I get everything. Well, I do have the #1 spirit radio station up here, so of course I get a ringtone. It's just natural. Fuck.
Duh. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry, Stan.
Well, yeah, you always forget because you're an idiot.
All right. Thanks, Stan.
Yeah, it'd be like, fuck you, cocksuckers, or, no, that's good. Or it'd be like, hey, go fuck off, prick. Okay. Hey, can you come into work today? And the ringtone would be, fuck you, prick. Okay. Or, can you come into work today? And the ringtone would be, no, how about I fucking cut your throat? Okay.
Stanley, well, you got a lot of ideas, don't you?
Well, yeah, but you never let me fucking listen. You never fucking let me, express them to the gun. You always try to keep me down.
All right. Thanks, Stanley. Thanks.
How about this one? Mary, can you come in and cover a Jane's shift today? No, here's the ringtone. No, how about this? Mary can go fuck herself, and she can jump off the fucking Brooklyn Bridge. Okay. No, I ain't coming in. Fuck you. It's my day off, asshole. Hey, I don't give a fuck about Mary. I'm trying to fucking relax here.
All right. Enough. Stanley, thank you.
All right. Of course, anytime, love. Anytime you just call me. Don't, just, look, bypass Masternature and just call me. Just call me. Look, I'll answer the phone, and then you and I can talk, and I'll tell you what to do. Like, sometimes I had to, sometimes I had to supply things to people, and, that's another story.
I'm sure the guard wants to hear all about it, Stanley.
Well, yeah, they do. They don't want to hear your stupid fucking ass, do they? No, of course not. They're not stupid. They're not like you, actually. Oh, my God. Hey, guard, how do I get away from this fucking asshole? Yeah, he always tries to keep me down and doesn't want me to branch off on my own, and, I'm like a phenomenon unto myself. with my very own ringtone.
Stan, I'm sorry, you're really in a good mood tonight, aren't you?
Well, yeah. No thanks to you, you fucking moron.
Anyway, all right, enough. All right, what's the question? Who was murdered first? That was the question, right? Oh, my God. There's a nice transition. Oh.
Who was murdered first? Fuck you, prick.
God. Best guard. Hey, this is why you're the best guard, right? This is why you're the best guard ever. Oh, absolutely. Oh, my God.
That's right. No, I'm not coming in, you fucking moron.
That should be the ringtone.
No, I'm not coming in, you fucking asshole. What?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Dude, why are you even asking? You know what I'm going to tell you.
All right, guys. The question is, this is a good question. How are we going to answer this, though? How are the cars... Look, if we're going to ask this question to the four, who was unalive first? Who was murdered first, right? How are we going to know? I don't know. That's a great question, though. It is a really great question. A really good question. But how are we going to figure that out?
Look, I already have a spirit hotline. We have a spirit hotline about, 400 videos ago. 400 fucking videos ago. I told you, for $39.99 a month, you get access to me, Tyrone, MD. But listen, you don't want MD. You don't want him. You know why you don't want him. Sorry, MD, but, it's true. But anyway.
No. All right, guys. What is the question? Okay, great. Look, guy, we got to pick a question here, okay? All right. Question for Kaylee. Were Ethan and Xana home when you got home? Good question. Let's go with that. So Kaylee and Maddie would have come home together. They would have come home together, supposedly, right? They got picked up together. They would have come home together. So the question is to Kaylee. Yeah, that's a good question. Again, we got to see how we can interpret this. But so the question is, was Xana and Ethan home when you got home? And when you and Maddie got home, were they home? Well, they should have been home. Right? But no. Wait a minute. Nobody knows when they got home. Not Dylan, not Bethany. And not even the fucking pigs. They don't know when they got home either. Nope. But we know what happened. All right, anyway, that's the question. Let's see. Here's the first card. Let's go, loves. Let's go. What do we got? Interesting. Okay. Interesting, guys. Expecting a new beginning. Interesting. So we got a pregnant female there. She already has a kid, right? There's already one kid. That's interesting. And we're expecting another kid here. A new beginning. Interesting. Weird. Yeah, I do find that weird. Well, they had the location. They had the location on. They knew exactly where they were. They knew exactly where they were, babies. Oh, yes, they did. Anyway, new beginning. That's interesting first one. Let's carry on. Here's two. Here's the second one, love. Right here. Yes, I did shuffle these off camera. All right, here we go. You love it. You're gonna love it. Investigating. Yep. Little dot. Investigating. New beginning, right? Investigating. Interesting, huh? Yeah. I don't think we've gotten this card before, guys. I don't remember getting this card at all. Do you? But we're investigating something. Yeah. All right, that's number 2. And this is to Kaylee. Remember, this is to Kaylee. Kaylee, this is to you. Yes, it is. All right. Investigating. Interesting. Yeah, we've gotten... I think we've gotten this before. Watching shit go down. Enjoying the gossip. We got this for Koberger one day, right? We did a live. We got this for Koberger. One of Koberger's questions. Watching shit go down. Enjoying the gossip. Who would be watching the shit go down and enjoying the gossip? I don't know. Gee, take a wild guess on that one. Yeah, watching the shit go down, enjoying the gossip. Now, this is... Right, the question is, Xana and Ethan, were they home, right? When you got home, when Maddie got home. But we're watching shit go down, enjoying the gossip. New beginning, there's investigating, watching shit go down, and enjoying the fucking gossip. Absolutely. All right, here's 4. This is 4, love. This is 4. Let's see what this is. We've gotten this before, guys. We've gotten this before. Who always shows up in these cards? Who always shows up in these cards? We got depression. We got depression, guys. Yes, we do. Over and over and over and over again. Depression, love. Depression. The sun is bright. Depression. Interesting. So, we got we got a new beginning, investigating, watching everything go down, enjoying the gossip. We got depression happening. Afterwards, perhaps, I don't know. But let's carry on, though. There's more here. There is more. Usually it's 4 cards we draw, but let's go. There's more to this, isn't there? I think. There's more to this, I think. Right there. Right here, love. This one. This one. All right, love. Let's go. What's this? Oh, my good grief. All right, here you are. We got caught. Uncovering evidence. Getting exposed. Cheating revealed. There you fucking go. There you go. Caught. That's exactly what this is. Oh, fucking yes. There you go. What do you think? Got caught. Absolutely, they would have gotten caught. They should have been caught. It's not that hard to figure out. Yeah, absolutely. Uncovering evidence, getting exposed, cheating revealed. Yeah. So here's what I think this is, guys. When I'm looking at this now and with you, look, we're expecting a new beginning. The pregnancy thing is odd, but whatever. But we're expecting a new beginning, all right? However, the way I'm thinking about this spread is, okay, they did get home. Kaylee and Maddie, they got home, right? Xana and Ethan, not sure, right, in this spread. But we're investigating. So Kaylee and Matt, I don't know. Were they kind of trying to like what's they must have look. When Kaylee and Maddie got home, right? Xana and Ethan were not around. So they must have asked Dylan and Bethany where they were. They must have asked them. I mean, that is a normal, logical question you're going to ask. Well, where are they? So you can consider that investigating. Like, well, are they home yet? Right? Are they home yet? But then something occurs here. Time elapses, perhaps. But then we're watching the shit go down, baby. Absolutely. And we're enjoying the gossip. We're enjoying the show. I don't know, but we got popcorn and we're enjoying this shit. We have depression at some point that comes along. We got a depression. But then we got caught. See? We got caught. We were uncovering evidence. We got exposed and cheating revealed. However, we'll do one more in the spread. 3:51 a.m. contact, perhaps. Good point there. Good point there, Mrs. John. And then we got one more here. We got one more. It's this one right here, this one. Right. Not this one, this one. All right, let's see what this fucker is. Oh, well, we got this before. We got insecurity. We've gotten this car before. In fact, we got this the last one we did. Insecurity. Yep. Absolutely. So, I don't know. I feel this is a mixture between, like, when they got home and then the aftermath. That's what I feel like this is a mixture of. Yeah. So I don't know. Does that answer the question, though? Right? Does that answer the question? Interesting. I don't know. Yeah, Dylan comes, I'll tell you that what I feel is Dylan, she is almost in every single spread. We've said this before. She's almost in every single spread. Dylan pops up in every single spread. If it's not Dylan, it's some other strong female, but it has to be Dylan. It has to be because she's the golden thread. Dylan is the golden thread that runs throughout this entire case. So it has to be her. We have a female that always comes through here, that pops up, depressed, insecure. We're doing nefarious shit, always, almost in every single spread. Not everyone, but almost everyone. Yep, absolutely. Okay, well, hang on. So we got insecure. That's the last one. We'll do one more. We'll do one more card. So the question is, and this is the last card, Kaylee. So this is to Kaylee, right? So the question is, though, Ethan and Xana, were they home when you guys got home? Were they home when you and Maddie got home? That's the question. Now clarify. Come on now, clarify. Come on now, love. Let's go. This one right here, this one. Okay. All right, understood. Game over. Game fucking over. Game over. Yeah, I agree. It was game over. Yep. That was the question, right? Yeah, they were home. Yep. And guess what? It was fucking game over. At that point, the minute that Kaylee and Maddie got home, guess what? It was game over. It really was. That was what set the final thing in motion here. The minute they got home and the minute that Dylan realized what time they were getting home, that's what set off the rest of the thing. Xana and Ethan were already home and they were dead. I still believe that. They were in the room and they were dead. And then when Maddie and Kaylee got home, that's when the last thing happened here. Yeah. And that didn't happen right away, though. That did not happen right away. There was a period, well, you guys know this. There was a period of time that elapsed. Yes, there was. Yes, there was. A period of time elapsed. We know this. We know this from the phone. We know this from her calling, from them calling Jack Decor. We know this from that. But after that, all bets are off. All bets are off. But so it was approximately. Let me get this straight. It was approximately, by the time they got home, supposedly around 2 a.m., which I still do not know about. Kaylee and Maddie supposedly got home around 2 a.m. I still don't know about that. I still got a feeling that they didn't get home exactly at 2 o'clock. I still got a feeling that they came home a little bit later than that. Yes, they did. That's my feeling on that. Yes, I do. And, yeah. So what appears to be like almost an hour and a half time gap is not really. It's more like probably an hour at the most is my guess here. An hour at the most. Anyway, but that's just my thoughts. So what do you think? What do you think about that, guys? Yeah. Yep. True. Yep. Definitely. Why is Maddie's coat found at the fire hydrant? Why is her coat down there? There had to have been something going on there. She's not taking off her coat at the fire hydrant just for no fucking reason. That's not happening. So, yeah, what's going on at the fire hydrant? If she's out looking for Murphy, well, again, that's a ruse. That's a ruse. If that indeed happened, we know, well, look, the coat that they found at the hydrant, yeah, I could say that's probably her coat. So how did it fucking get there? And she ain't taking it off. So how did it get there? Absolutely. Fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit, guys. Oh my God. So Maddie at some point had to have gotten separated from the house, right? And from Kaylee to be at that fire hydrant. She had to have gotten separated. And what would have separated her from the house and from Kaylee to be outside down at the fire hydrant? What would have caused that thing? What would have caused that? Well, if she's out looking for the fucking dog, that would have caused it. If what Bethany says is true, that Maddie came to her room and asked her where Murphy was, well then Maddie is going to go outside and look for it. And my guess is Maddie went all the way down to the fire hydrant because that's maybe where Murphy would have been taking a piss. Fire hydrants and dogs, they go together. Of course. So, yeah. So that's the only thing I can think about in terms of how Maddie would be outside of the house at that point in time. Because Murphy is outside the house. But Murphy, here's the problem here with that though. Murphy is nowhere near the house. Murphy is long gone. Murphy ain't nowhere near that house at this point. No. But Maddie doesn't know that. Maddie does not know that. But she goes out looking for him. And that's how she ends up down at the fire hydrant. And that's how she ends up losing her fucking jacket down there. Not before. It's obvious it's not before. Okay? No. So at some point, Maddie decides to leave the house, look for the dog. She ends up going down to the fire hydrant thinking maybe Murphy is down that way taking a piss. But she doesn't find Murphy, obviously. She finds the real prank here in this case. She finds what's going to come upon them. That's what she finds. And at that point, that's where the thing gets a little muddled. Does Maddie run back to the house then at that point? Does she make it back to the house? I don't know. But her coat was found there. And I do believe that was her coat. Yeah, I do. I do that. Believe that was her coat. If it's not her coat, then that's got to be coincidence number 7,755 in this fucking case. If that is not her coat that was found down there by the fire hydrant, then that's got to be another coincidence in this whole fucking bullshit story. It's impossible. That looks exactly like the same coat that she was wearing at the grub truck. The same coat. And there's no way she's taking it off just for shits and giggles. There's no way she's doing that. So she got separated from the house under the guise Murphy was lost. She went out to look for Murphy while Kaylee was fucking around on the phone with Jack Decor, or something was going on with Kaylee and Jack Decor at that point, and that's how they got separated. She got accosted down by the fire hydrant. She lost her coat, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if she runs back to the house then at that point to try to get back inside, and gets attacked in the kitchen, and that's the attack that we see in the kitchen that spills over into the ping pong room, the living room where the pong table is. Yeah. But Kaylee's blood is on that knife. Kaylee's blood is on the pong table. So I don't know. But again, I don't know. But Maddie did lose her fucking coat down there. She did. So anyway, sorry guys. I mean, either way, you're right. Maybe. But if you say, yes, that is Maddie's coat that they found, then Maddie got accosted down there. She had to have. She had to have got accosted. I don't think Maddie's taken the coat off. Maybe. But then you have to ask yourself, okay, if she got rid of the coat on purpose, well, then she must have had gotten out of the car. If they're coming back from the grub truck in a car, well, then they must have stopped the car for her to toss the jacket there. Does that make any sense? I don't think so. Why would you do that? Why would you fucking do that? Why would you do that at 2 o'clock in the morning? Why won't you just come home with the coat, even if it's not your fucking coat, right? Why don't you just come home with it? You'll get rid of it the next morning. Who the fuck cares? Right? You can wake up the next morning and toss it in the fucking dumpster. That's right down by your house. No, you're not taking that fucking coat off. There's no way you're taking that coat off. So why is it found there? I don't think Maddie took that off on purpose. Absolutely not. Because again, even if she somehow stole the coat or it's not her coat, you can easily get rid of it the next morning. There's no big hurry. You know what I mean? Moscow isn't going anywhere. They're fucking morons. So it's not like somebody's going to really be missing a jacket that badly. No, you're going to toss it anyway if you're that scared about it, right? You're going to fucking toss it in a dumpster. Fuck you. No, give me a break. Give me a fucking break. You're wearing that coat home, baby. Absolutely. And the fact that that is Maddie's coat. I believe so. And that means she was accosted down there where they found it. Yes, she was. Absolutely. That's because she got separated from the house, and that was on purpose. That was by design. And the only people who could have pulled that off, it definitely wasn't Kohlberger. The only people who could have pulled that off, we'll take a wild fucking guess who that could have been. The people in the house. In association with Dylan's fucking friends that she knew in this thing. Whether that's Jack Decor, Hunter Johnson, I don't know yet exactly 100% on these. But it's her friends. Yep. It's a man dressed like a woman who looks like a woman who now suddenly turns back into a man. That's Dylan Mortensen's statement. I dreamed of a woman with a big nose that turned into a man, but then turned back into a woman. And they all came to the house for one big prank. And guess what? They pulled it off. And Dylan knows exactly who these people are. She's friends with them. She knows exactly who she's talking about and describing. It wasn't a dream, Miss Dylan. You know exactly what happened. and your bullshit story, you should be under the fucking jail. Hands down. There ain't no way around it. And if this, again, guys, if this was a real fucking investigation, that's exactly what would have fucking happened here. All right, I love you, babies. You already know this. I'm sorry, guys. I keep repeating the same fucking shit over again. But it's true. It's fucking true. So, I don't know. Did Maddie make it back to the house? I don't know. They may have abducted her. I don't know, guys. I don't think the 4 were killed in the streets. I think that's completely nonsense. Look, we're not killing people in the streets and rolling them up in plastic tarps on the streets. Are you fucking stupid, guy? No, not my guard. I'm just saying, the thought of that is ridiculous. We are not rolling up people in plastic fucking tarps, guys, in the middle of the fucking street or on some fucking driveway somewhere. We're not doing that. Give me a break. No, if we're going to kill these fucking people, if we're going to abduct them, we're taking away from the crimes, away from the house, and we're going to kill them somewhere off-site in another dwelling, and we're going to put them back in a fucking car. You may wrap them up before you take them out of another dwelling and put them in the car. Fine. You may do that, but you're not doing it in the middle of the streets. Fuck no. Give me a break. And no, there's not going to be fucking video of that. Are you kidding me? No, I'm sorry. That's a big no for me. That's a big fucking no for me. Absolutely not, guys. I mean, look, I know Moscow's rotten, but I can't see that. I mean, that we're talking major risk there, baby. I mean, Jesus fucking. All right, guys, we got to wrap it. I love you, babies. I love you. No. Hey, if we're going to take them away and kill them somewhere else, we're going to do it in another dwelling. We're not going to be outside doing it. We're going to take them into another place and do it away from the public, away from cameras. Yeah. And so that's fine. We can say, well, they were killed. If you say they were killed outside the house, fine. Okay, but they have to be in another dwelling. And where was that? If they were killed elsewhere, where's that other dwelling? Where is it? Well, that would be fraught with evidence, I would think. Maybe. I would think so. Guys, see, we stretch, and then we stretch, and then we stretch, and then we stretch until we break. All right, guys, I love you. This is one for the road. I hope you like this. I love you. Hey, I love you guys. Best guard in the world. And remember, we have a new dame in the garden. The garden round has a new dame. And she is named Oris. Yeah, you remember? Oris, right? Anthus. And that means, what does that mean? That means the mountain flower. That's what it means in Greek. It means the mountain flower. That's what it is. Mountain flower.
Fire is the only pure thing in this world.
Oh, I'll show you. No. Here you go. Oh my God. Wait. Sorry, guys. Wait. No. We've done this before. No, guys, you know what? I'm being greedy. You guys are going to pick the last song. Not me. You're picking the last song. What is it? Pick the last song. We're not done yet. Pick the last song. Thank you, Blue Rain. Thank you, everybody. Remember Stanley's ringtone. Go fuck yourself. No, I'm not fucking working for you, you fucking prick. Fuck you. Unless you want to pay me $600 an hour. Yeah, sure. Otherwise, why don't you go fuck yourself? All right. Okay. No, we got one more song to go. Come on now. What's the song? We had Bowie. We already had Bowie.
I did People Are Strange before.
But however, loves, however, you're right. No, listen, you're right. Hang on. Here we go. No, you're correct. You're right. Hang on. We're gonna do this. Nope. It fits. Oh, you're gonna like this.
Little bit more.